All right, everybody. Shane Lemieux starting in place of the injured Erik McCoy, going to be the Saints center for the foreseeable future, right? How did he do? Well, let's find out. Let's look at the film here. This first play, he's going to have one-on-one with the nose guard. Okay, he's going to have to snap that thing, get hands on instantly. I like it. Good tight hands, good low base, anchoring down. It's a hard block for a center to make, right? You got to snap the ball, get hands on directly. Guy lined up right in front of you. It's good stuff to start the game. Here he is again, second play. This is a good job on wide zone. Again, he's got the guy lined up directly in front of him. Zero technique. Snaps the ball, opens the hips, gets his hat on the right side, hat on the play side of the defender, right? Because the ball's coming this way. We're going to seal him off. It's a really nice job. Look at that. Boom. Next play here, he's going to be working a combo with the backside guard. Okay. They're going to run toss to the right. It's going to be him and the left guard. These two going to be comboing up to him, and Lemieux's job is to track the linebacker. So we don't want to, come off this double team and go to where he is now. We want to go to where he's going to be, and I think he does just enough of a good job doing that here on this play. So boom, first level, boom, we're there. We create that backside lane for AK to get through. Not a bad job at all. Yeah, not bad. All right, this play here, Saint's going to be running toss to the right again, and this play is where maybe a little bit of his lack of athleticism shows up, or maybe if this is Erik McCoy, he's able to get to this linebacker and maybe seal him off at least for, a backside cutoff. But again, Saints running toss to the right, okay? And again, Lemieux's got a guy head up, so he has to get hands on this guy, then work his way to 44. And again, we want to cut this linebacker off to the best of our ability, or at least get some type of contact with him, right? And you can kind of tell here Lemieux's limitations as far as his athletic ability, right? Boom, right here. We can't really open our hips as well as we'd like to. If this is McCoy, like right there, see, if this is McCoy, he's opening those hips and sprinting down that sideline, or towards the sideline to get to this linebacker. But Lemieux is obviously not McCoy, isn't able to get there, and the guy makes the tackle on AK. So again, this is the first play, I've seen where, um, he's not as athletic as you would like your center to be, especially in this wide zone scheme that Clint Kubiak runs. This play here, I like this. Good processing here from Lemieux. Nothing crazy, but the Falcons are going to walk up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And the Saints are going to leave in 6 to protect, but they're going to be sliding to the right. So initially, Lemieux's looking here at 55, right? But as soon as he sees him back off, right there, boom, he's backing off. His head is turned to his right guard for help. Gives his right guard help. So nothing crazy, but you like to see him come off that immediately and give his right guard that help that he did. All right, this play here, we kind of whiff on this down block, right? Saints are running counter, so we got the guard pulling around and we got the fullback pulling. And, Lemieux's just supposed to block down here, but he kind of just whiffs on it, right? And it allows this nose guard to get in on the tackle, at least on the little bit of the tackle there. Let's see. Yeah. You like to get a little bit, if you're Lemieux, actually the camera's in the way a little bit. Let's see if we can go back here and look at this from this other angle. Yeah. So if you're Lemieux, you like to get a little bit more depth with his left foot here on this first step. So we're snapping it. See how he kind of just doesn't really get any depth at all. And that allows this defender to get this outside angle a little better. So if we step with a little bit more depth, we can kind of wall off this guy a little bit better and, not allow him to beat us like this and get in on the tackle. All right, here we go. This is on Taysom's touchdown. This is a really nice job from Lemieux, right? Again, let's see. Looks like just inside zone. Inside zone, maybe mid zone. Who knows, right? But again, we have a combo here with these two. And he's going to, once this is established, once they got this guy taken care of, he's going to look to come off at a second level, but really there's nobody there. But I like he does a really nice job on this backside one technique here, right? Let me delete the drawings. Right, like so see he kind of just He stays in long enough for his guard, long enough that he feels his guard able to take over Grady Jarrett there. That's one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Stays long enough for him to for his guard to take over, and then he looks to come off on the second level on 44 there, but really there's just nobody to block. It's a really nice job. I mean this maybe isn't a touchdown, if Lemieux doesn't do such a good job here. So really nice job here on the Taysom Hill rushing touchdown, his first one at least, I believe it is. All right, so this play here um, kind of gets beat to where Derek Carr has to move off his spot and scramble. Now, it's not a bad job recovering from Lemieux, really. Like, we get to this point, yeah, it's not ideal, but we like to see the quarterback maybe step up and work the pocket a little better instead of escaping. But it is, I mean, it is what it is. He got yards on the scramble. But as far as, what Lemieux does, he kind of oversets a little bit right there. Then when the defender gives that little shimmy, Lemieux falls for it, moves back inside, and then by the time that happens, he's beat, right? Defender gives a good little club rip right there, boom. But again, not the worst job recovering here. Like right here, he's beat, right? Right here, he's beat, but he's able to at least keep some kind of hands on his body weight on the defender and kind of run him around, or at least run him up the field a little bit. Again, Carr maybe could have worked the pocket a little better here, but nonetheless, not the worst job. I mean, we got to set expectations here for what we're working with. This is a guy who shouldn't really even be on the field coming in to replace a Pro Bowl center. All right, next one here. This isn't a bad job here by Lemieux. He kind of gets helped by the stunt the defensive line is running, right? So they're running this thing left with Jamal Williams and Lemieux. His job reached this guy, right? And again, he kind of gets help off the rip because the Falcons were running a stunt towards his side. But nonetheless, right, we get our hat place side, good hat placement, and then we rotate our body, we torque our body to wall off the run lane. And that's where Jamal hits. Now, it's the NFL, so the holes are going to close quick. But on this play here, Lemieux really does a nice job because again, like if that isn't sealed off, the play doesn't even get what it gets. This is a nice job in pass protection from Lemieux. The Saints are going to be sliding their line right. The Falcons are going to be running. They're going to be bringing this guy inside, Judon inside, and then they're going to be bringing a corner off the edge. And Lemieux, nice job recognizing it, right? Recognize it. Help your backside guard there. Boom. Good anchor. Right. Boom. Good play strength, too. That's Grady Jarrett. I mean, that's, again, I said it earlier, one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Not really much help from your right guard there because he had to worry about Judon coming inside, but boom. I mean, that's a really nice job there from Shane Lemieux against Grady Jarrett. All right, next play here. Got the nose one-on-one in pass protection. Gets beat late. I think, this is, let's see. Yeah. I'd like to see him hold on to it a little bit longer. So we got, again, a center, anytime you got a guy head up or pretty close to head up, right? A shade. It's a tough block to make as a center, especially when you're not the starting center, right? And you got to snap that ball and get hands on immediately. It's not easy to do. It really isn't. So, I don't want to be too critical, but we take a nice set initially. We don't overset. It's a nice set initially. We get hands on. I'd like it, but I mean, when we're in this position right here, we're already in a position to lose because we let the defender, we let his, I guess it would be considered his inside leg now, cross our crotch, and we don't want to do that, right? Because again, it opens his corner, right? And if we're Lemieux, it's not a bad job right here. We got hands on, we got our body weight on him. We're holding him as long as we can, but we can only do so much for so long, right? Again, it's a tough ask, but this is kind of where the athletic stuff comes into play with him, like where you really see the difference between him and Erik McCoy. Right, we gotta bring our feet quicker than this, right? We gotta bring our feet quicker now and get back in front of that defender. Right, when we open our hips, this is never good as an offensive lineman. Right, why? Because we're giving a path to the quarterback, so we need to be able to bring our feet back in front of the defender, get our body in front of him, mirror him, whether he goes left, whether he goes right. Got to stay in front of him, right? And we can't do it. We end up right here, get a hit on the quarterback, and I hate to say it, but this is the play where, let me take this back. Chris Olave, if given enough time, he's wide open. I mean, wide open. There's nobody anywhere around here. And the pressure from Lemieux is already in Carr's face. So he just kind of sails this thing to Rashid Shaheed. And that's a wrap on that one. So here's a much better job from Lemieux in a similar situation, right? Got a shade to our right, to our snapping hand. We snap it. Boom. Nice tight hands inside. We mirror that defender, right? We're mirroring him. We're mirroring him. We're anchoring down. Let's get it from this view. Snap it. Good set. I like the tight hands. Look at that. Nice extension. Good base. We're working. We're working. And see the difference here. When that defender tries to come outside this time, right there, watch Lemieux. Boom, boom, boom. Chopping those feet. Gets in front of him. Really nice job here. Okay, again, we get beat by a head up guy. And again, I can't stress enough. Tough block. I understand it. Backup center. Not really supposed to be playing, but we got to bring our feet with us. Okay, so we snap this thing. Let's see. Snap it. I mean, right there. Like, we cannot stop our feet. Get it from the other view. See if we can get a better look at it. Does he slip? Let's see. Boom. Not a bad set initially. No, he just gets beat. Boom. Nice chop swim from the defensive lineman. Yeah, I mean, he stops his feet. Yeah, this is probably his worst rep of the game so far. Boom, boom. Base is a little too wide as well. Like, yeah, I mean, look at this. The guy's almost doing the splits. Base too wide. When that happens, you can't really, you have nothing to gather yourself on to redirect, right? He can't, there's nothing to push off of, right? You like to see his feet like right here. That way he can redirect quicker. And yeah, just gets beat. Again, like it's the stuff you deal with, when you put a guy in there that ain't supposed to be in there. Next play here, Saints trying to run play action. Maybe would have had Tipton over the middle there, but Lemieux just isn't able to hold his block long enough, right? Tough from the get go. All right, we got a sell run. I mean, it is a play action. We're playing really high up. I mean, the camera again is just like dead smack in the way. Let's go back. Yeah, so I mean, right off the bat, we're standing straight up. I mean, look at the leverage difference here. I mean, look how much higher we are. And I mean, when we play that much higher, we're just gonna get drove straight back, right? Let's see. Again, our feet just aren't in a position. Not a good base. Just really sloppy stuff. And we get hurried. Quarterback gets hurried and gets touched at the end there. So again, not ideal, right? Way too high. Poor base. Not great hands. Athleticism, lack of athleticism showing. Let's move on to the next one. Next one here again, Saints running to the right. Got the fake motion. Boom. And again, like, you know, this is something, again, it's tough. I don't want to act like it's not tough. But right off the bat, we're losing the hat placement battle to the defensive lineman. And I get it. He's cheated to that side, he's cheated to the right. But we've seen, Erik McCoy pull this off multiple times. Snap it, get his head on the right side, and reach that defender. Right. But I mean, it doesn't affect this play. But again, it's just something that you can tell the athleticism just really isn't there, which is to be expected, to be fair. All right, this is a nice job. All right, it's good enough. Not the best hand placement from the center, But I like we're bringing our feet. See what happens when we have a much better base here. Feet aren't too wide, aren't too narrow. When that defender tries to come outside of our shoulder, we're able to redirect off the inseams of our feet, right? So remember before when his feet were really wide, he had really nothing to push off of. But here we have our base a lot more narrow, not a lot more sturdy, I should say, and we can redirect, and hold off that defensive lineman. It's a better job. Again, not the greatest hand placement with the right hand there, but it works, right? It gets the job done long enough, at least for your right guard to absorb some of that, um, to give you help. Not bad. All right, next one here. This is on the fourth down near the goal line at the end of the game that the Saints didn't convert. Falcons are going to be in cover zero, right? They're sending everybody. So they're going to have one guy free, and that's going to end up being number 3, Bates, I think. But this is a nice shot from Lemieux, right? Again, we got a shade, inside hands, mirroring the defender, staying in front of him. I like it, regardless of the result of the play. So, he had his moments, right? Boom, hands inside. Again, good base so we can redirect, right? It's just a straight up bull rush. Not a bad job. Here we are again towards the end of the game when we got to go down and score a touchdown. Gets a little bit of help from his left guard, but again, nice job, right? We're settling down. We're playing a lot lower. We're not standing straight up. Good bend at the knees, good base, right? Defender again goes for that kind of boom, hump move with the swim over top. We're able to redirect with our feet because, again, we're playing with a better base. Strong inside hand. Not bad, right? I mean, that right there is not the ideal position, but again, we recover. Good to see. Next play, again, we get a little bit of help from our right guard, but I like it. Hands on immediately. Look at the right hand. Boom. Good base. Sit down against that bull rush again. Not bad. Tight hands. Good base. Obviously, he got better as the game went along, right? Which is to be expected. He's starting his first game of the year, let alone at center. It's going to take some time. Next one here, I like this one, right? Initially, he's going to be responsible for the linebacker right in front of him. That linebacker stunts inside. Left guard takes him. He immediately gets his eyes over to help his teammates, right? He says, okay, they don't need help. Uh-oh. Got another linebacker coming. Boom. I like it. That's good recognition, good play recognition, good awareness from Shane Lemieux, right? Might not be the most athletic guy in the world, but he has good play recognition. I like it. All right, so that is it. That's all we're going to look at today. Shane Lemieux, not bad, right? Got to consider what he's being asked to do and who he's replacing. Obviously, the limits are there, his athletic ability, but again, I think he did an okay job, right? Like setting expectations down to reality. I think he was fine. I think as the game progressed, he got better and better. And, as he continues to have to play center while McCoy's out, I think that'll still be the case, right? He'll have his hiccups, he'll lose his reps, but that's just the way it is, right? I think he played well enough for what he was asked to do. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.